The Joy Spiral Playbook by Ellie, Bassick, Trovato. It doesn't matter who you think you are, or if you think you're worthy. You deserve joy. It's your natural state. It's your right as a being in this world. It's who you really are. The only reason you don't know that, or perhaps believe it, is because the experiences you've had in this lifetime have weighed you down, confused your thinking, and taught you to see the world through a cloudy lens that causes you fear and stress, worry, and anxiety. You've looked through that cloudy lens for decades now, so it feels normal and possibly even right. I wrote this book for two reasons. Reason number one, to help you massively transform your life and give you access to exponential joy. Reason number two, to uplift the heart of humanity, starting with you. Joy is to fun what the deep sea is to a puddle. It's a feeling inside that can hardly be contained. Harry Pratchett. Every breath we take, every step we make can be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. Thich Nhat Hanh. We can enjoy the fullness of the flow of life and expand our capacity for joy every day. The two are not mutually exclusive. Imagine this. You spend time and energy now reading and playing with this book, and the payoff lasts your entire lifetime. Typically, when you experience something you label as joy, it's this: the emotion of great delight or happiness caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying. What's notable about this kind of joy is that it's an emotion that happens when you experience something that is exceptional enough that it provokes a feeling you then call joy. It's a reaction to something outside of you. Do you see the sticking point here? An exceptional circumstance outside causes something inside. Leaving joy up to chance like this will never change your life. Outside in joy can also be called circumstantial joy. Circumstances line up in a particular way and you react and get to feel joy. Inside out joy, it's exponential in size and impact because A, it's available to you at all times, B, you are intentionally call it forth, and C, you can experience it anytime and anywhere, even in the midst of life challenges. I also call it intentional joy because it proceeds from your intentions for it. Inside out joy, aka intentional joy. One, joy that is not dependent on something exceptional happening. Two, joy that lives in you that you learn to activate like a superpower. Three, joy you get to experience daily when you train your brain to do so. When you activate this incredible superpower, so many things in your life change. You get a whole lot more fun to be around. Your stress level goes down, and your ability to handle life's challenges with grace goes up. Out of the kaleidoscope of options of what you could be feeling inside every moment of your life, joy emerges more and more often. Key chapter nuggets. Joy is an emotion you can train your brain to experience more often. My clients' stories reveal how training their brains to experience joy has changed your life. Joy is art, play, and science mixed together. There are two kinds of joy: outside in joy based on circumstances, and inside out joy based on you and your intentions. Developing your joy muscle requires joy mind training and a joy first philosophy. Training your mind for joy is not a selfish endeavor. Your joy frees everyone. This is a book about how to create joy no matter what kind of life you lead. You'll learn how to build an emotional life that fuels you with vitality, energy, confidence, and peace. You'll create your own standard for your emotional life. You'll watch a whole lot of drama and conflict fall away, and I promise you won't miss it. Instead, you'll get to create more joy-filled memories with the people you love. When you can distinguish the ego's voice, you can then have the freedom of choice. Key chapter nuggets. This book is for anyone ready to commit the time and effort to training their mind for joy and catapulting their emotional life forward. The payoffs are huge in every area of your life. This book is not for you if you are committed to the idea that you don't have time and you aren't willing to find it. You've got to be aware of which part of you, your higher self, spirit, or your human self, ego, is making the decisions in your life. Your ego will make a mess and your spirit will make miracles. You discovered several ego tricks. Your ego will resist what you're up to here, but you're onto its tricks now, so it won't get away with it. Challenge number 1. You've got to be willing to feel your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. Challenge 2. You're actually straight up addicted to emotions that don't feel good. Challenge 3. You can't stay in your comfort zone and grow at the same time, aka transformation isn't always comfortable. There are 4 stages in transformation. Stage 1, unconscious incompetence. Stage 2, conscious incompetence. Stage 3, conscious competence. Stage 4, unconscious competence. When you become aware of them, it's easy to have grace with yourself as you move through them. Your access to joy comes down to this. How many moments in a day can you choose love over fear? Learn how to choose love over fear every damn minute you can. Fear thoughts have been conditioned into your mind for decades, literally since you were born. Undoing them is no small task. Fear thoughts are actually the first thoughts to get activated in your brain until you train your brain differently. Love thoughts take more effort. This book is, at its heart, is about how to choose love instead of fear. That skill will lead to your joy. The secret to beginning to master joy is to make choosing the energy of love your number 1 priority. You are the only one responsible for the energy behind your thoughts. Strategy 1, stop listening to fear stories. Strategy 2, recognize fear lurking in the background of conversations that appear to be loving. Strategy 3, identify your biggest sources of fear-based thoughts and emotions. The news, your mom or other close person, limiting beliefs, self-doubt and insecurity, not trusting others, feeling on edge or guarded. Fear shrinks our joy, love expands it. You are an energetic being. Your energy at any given moment is an energy based on the vibration of love or fear. Joy is one of the highest vibrations, a love-based energy that empowers you to think clearly and be your best self. Most people live in fear-based energy and don't realize it, so they can't change it. They end up feeling the emotions that are based in fear over and over again, like worry, stress, guilt, shame, and judgment, and think it's their natural state. It's not. If you've been taking your messages of fear your whole life, and most of us have, then there's not nearly enough room for love. Unconsciously, unwittingly, you've crowded love out. When you take charge of your energy and begin to train your mind to experience more love-based emotions, you choose a new thought system and new beliefs to guide you. You dismantle the thought system that was based in fear and activate a thought system based in love, resulting in more joy. The reason changes haven't lasted in the past is not your fault. You don't have a complete system that could guide you to change the very foundation of your thinking. Now you do. You've been conditioned by the world to judge and compare yourself to others. And you've taken up the mantle of the shadow version of yourself, blind to the bigger truths that lie behind. When you unlock all of the layers in the joy spiral, you'll know who you are and know how to navigate the ups and downs of life. You'll have a firm foundation on which to build the rest of your life and your relationships. Joy is an exponential form of love. Love is the baseline that makes joy possible. You have an incredible potential for joy that lives inside you. You're like an acorn that will one day grow into a majestic oak. All the potential for what it will become lies in it already, just like your extraordinary potential for joy lives within you. Joy spiral has 8 levels, each with a key that unlocks it. As you move up the spiral and unlock the levels, you have more and more access to your truest potential and your greatest joy. Level 1, your identity. Issue, you have forgotten the truth of who you are and what you're doing here. Secret key to unlock this level, remember who you really are and what you're doing here. You create your experience with what you believe. We all have a case of mistaken identity. We think we are a body rather than we have a body with which to navigate this world. The way we see ourselves affects the way we see other people too. If I can remember who I am, it's easier for me to remember you and I are the same, both as sunbeams are to the sun. We are capable of far more than we realize. Our ability to look through the lens of love can uplift the energy in any situation and change its outcome. In order to remember who we really are, all the time, we need lots of practice of being loved. Fear is what gets in the way. When people behave like jerks, they have a case of mistaken identity. Who we are when we respond can change the whole dynamic. Level 2, your energy home base. Issue, fear is your energy home base. Secret key to unlock this level, make love your energy home base instead. The energy you think in leads to additional thoughts you'll have, the emotions you'll experience, the words you'll speak, the actions that you'll take, and the destiny you'll create. Fear think provokes the stress response over and over and over again. The more you let fear tell you all its stories, worries, doubts, and fears, the hungrier it gets for more power. I fear think is creating your suffering, and I don't help. And if I don't help you see it, you can't and won't change it. Fear think does not change your potential for happiness and joy. It just temporarily limits your access to that potential. The true core essence of each and every one of us is love, and our purpose in this lifetime is to learn how to think, speak, and act from love. Any thought that produces a feeling that doesn't feel peaceful is a thought directed by the ego. Proceed with caution. Know that you have a choice about whether to believe it. Just as if you wait for your ego to stop grabbing your attention and stirring up challenging emotions inside you like worry and stress, you'll miss the opportunity for experience, peace, love, and joy. Love is the answer to every conflict, strain, or stress you've ever had or ever will experience. Every thought you think has an energy behind it. The energy is either love or fear. You learned to think thoughts based primarily on love or in fear based on what the people around you thought and said as you were growing up. If they looked at the world through the lens of fear, you learned fear think. If they looked at the world through the lens of love, you learned love think. Love think is a combination of the two ways of thinking. Most of us think of some variation of love think, and our mission is to move closer and closer to pure love think. Love think is the golden ticket that we lead ourselves in the world. Level 3, your pure love channel. Issue, God's talking, but you're not listening. Secret key, open your own pure love channel so you can hear God's guidance. There is nothing special or unique about the person that's saying they talk to God or hear from God. What sets them apart is that they make room to listen to what God has to say. Joy activate your love breaks. In this chapter, you've designed a spiritual practice and started listening to the divine in the last activity. Love breaks is an activity that will help you create pockets of time throughout your day when you stop and create space for grace and wisdom to flow in. Pick a day and try this experiment. At the top of every hour, take a 1 to 5 minute love break or God break. Center in on your heart, perhaps placing your hands there to bring yourself into the present moment. Ask, God, what would you have me do? What would you have me know right now? You could substitute the word love or divine or universe. Ask the universe, what would you have me do right now? Take a moment to tune in to any nudges or ideas that come to nudge to do. Make quick notes in the notes file of your phone throughout the day each time you receive guidance. At the end of the day, add these notes to a new page called Love Breaks in your Joy Journal. While you have your journal open, tune in to see if you hear any follow-up messages coming through, and if so, add those. Divine wisdom is available to each and every one of us. This wisdom can guide you to have new insights and perspectives, even to feel nudges to do something or say something that wouldn't have occurred to you before. The wisdom is always available, but you have to listen to hear it. Design a spiritual practice that opens your own pure love channel for that wisdom to flow to you and create spaces throughout your day to lay aside the busyness of life and listen for even more wisdom. Level 4, your emotions. The ups and downs of your emotions dictate the quality of your life. Secret key, learn how to surf the waves of emotions without getting washed up on the beach. Emotions come in big and small packages, in fun and not so fun varieties. Emotional fluidity is your capacity to handle them all without getting stuck in lower vibration emotions. You want to learn to trust yourself to handle the emotions as they come, to ride them out and get to the other side. You don't do this by resisting them. You do this by surrendering to them and letting the waves come and go, trusting you'll be okay. You have a little girl or boy living inside you. She's a young version of you. When big emotions come, she needs to be heard and held. Learning to recognize red zone invitations will put you back in the driver's seat of your emotions in your life. Level 5, your beliefs. Issue, your current beliefs are limiting what's possible in your life. Secret key, replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones instead. Five powerful beliefs that paves the way to joy. Belief number 1, the universe is conspiring on my behalf. Belief 2, there is always a gift. Belief 3, I cannot get this wrong. Belief 4, my happiness and joy serves the world. Belief 5, people are inherently good. Your beliefs drive your behaviors and determine what you will and won't do. Some beliefs limit you and your world, and some expand you and your world. Level 6, your posse. Issue, your current peeps might be dragging you down. Secret key, find or create a power posse that lifts you up. Committing to your own evolution means finding the resources you need to support you. A community of like-minded people is one of those resources. The people you spend time with matter. Their thinking affects your thinking. Curate your posse with intention and care. Clean up your social media so it inspires you instead of draining you. Level 7, your blocks. Issue, you're blocking the love that wants to move through you. Secret key, identify and remove the blocks. When you drag your past into your future, you are the one who is not free. When you hold on to old resentments, hurts, and the like, they block the love and the light that could be coming to you and through you. Become aware of where the blocks are and understand that they are keeping you locked in chains that bind you to your past. Release them by asking the divine for help. Universe, I surrender this emotion to you. Please transmute it and free me and guide me to my next right action. Level 8, your joy. Issue, you haven't invited your joy out to play. Secret key, invite her. The sidewalks are littered with postcards from God, Walt Whitman. You have to sniff out your joy. Keep your nose to the joy trail, Buffy St. Marie. Joy is the energy of love on steroids. Joy may have felt elusive in the past, but with the foundation we've now put in place, she will be a ready playmate. Joy is waiting for the invitation to be part of your life. Invite her in. Joy has a special magic that helps make you more you. And that's exactly what the world needs. Think of something you can do today that could bring you joy. Then practice the ABCs as described below and write about them in your journal. A, anticipate. B, be fully present. C, celebrate. We tend to sustain our feelings of pain, but diminish our feelings of joy. Joy activator, bountiful gratitude. Learn how to infuse gratitude and joy into every day of your life, regardless of the events in that day. You'll experience a gratitude practice for when you prepare and eat your meals that fills your heart with appreciation, joy. While preparing your food, smell the freshness of each ingredient, inhaling its scent, marveling at its very existence. 2, when you sit down, place your hands over the food, sending it energy. Imagine all the many hands and hearts that had a part in its journey to you, and ask the universe to bless them. 3, imagine the people who helped put that food on your table all over the world, feeling an unexpected bubble burst of energy, warmth, and love while you send them your gratitude and appreciation. 4, thank the universe for the sun, the soil, the rain, and the divine intelligence that made this nourishment possible. 5, admire, marvel at the incredible colors, flavors, and nutrients. 6, ask that this food nourish every cell of your being with vitality, energy, healing, and love. 7, end your gratitude ritual with your hands in prayer and a smile on your heart. 8, eat every bite with intention, chewing until every morsel is tiny so your hard-working body has a head start in digesting every nutrient available. 9, give this a try for a week and see what happens. And of course, please feel free to make this ritual your own in whatever way you are called to. Fill yourself with light so there's no room for the dark to seep in.